Hello, and welcome to Easy English Journey. I'm Alex, and today I have a simple question for you. Do you want to improve your English, but you feel busy every day? Maybe you work all day, maybe you study, maybe you take care of your family, and at the end of the day, you feel tired. You want to learn English, but you don't know when to practice. If this sounds like you, don't worry. You are not alone. Many English learners feel exactly the same. But here is the good news. You do not need 3 hours every day. You do not need expensive classes, and you do not need perfect grammar. You only need a few simple habits. Small habits, easy habits, habits that fit into your real life. In today's episode, I will show you how to practice English every day, even if you are busy. I will speak slowly and clearly. You can listen, you can repeat, and you can shadow with me. So take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin together. Learning English can feel difficult, not because English is impossible, but because life is busy. Maybe you wake up early. You go to work, you go to school, you take care of your family. You have many things to do every day. And when the day is over, you feel tired, very tired. You want to study English, but you don't have much energy. Maybe you tell yourself, I will study tomorrow. But tomorrow comes, and you are busy again. Does this sound familiar? Many learners feel this way. Many people think, I need more time. I need a better teacher. I need a perfect study plan. But often, that's not the real problem. The real problem is not time. The real problem is consistency. Doing a little English today, a little English tomorrow, and a little English the next day. Many learners study English for 2 hours on Sunday. Then they do nothing for the rest of the week. And after a few months, they feel frustrated. They feel stuck. They think, why is my English not improving? But learning a language is like exercising. One very long workout is not enough. What helps is regular practice, small practice, simple practice, daily practice. And here's something important. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to understand every word. You do not need to speak like a native speaker. You only need to keep going. One step at a time. One sentence at a time. One day at a time. Because small daily actions can create big results. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Let's start with the first simple habit. Listen to English every day. This is one of the easiest ways to improve. And it's something you can do almost anywhere. You can listen while you walk. You can listen while you cook. You can listen while you clean your room. You can even listen while you relax. Many learners think, I must understand everything. But that's not true. You do not need to understand every word. You only need to keep listening. Little by little, your ears become stronger. Little by little, English starts to sound more familiar. Think about a song you love. The first time you hear it, you may not remember the words. But after listening many times, you know the song. You remember the rhythm. You remember the sound. English works the same way. The more you listen, the more natural it becomes. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. I listen to English every day. Now you repeat. English becomes easier when I listen often. Now you repeat. I don't need to understand everything. Now you repeat. Very good. Now let's move to the second habit. The second habit is very powerful. Think in English. Not all day, not for hours, just a few simple thoughts. Many learners translate everything. They think in their native language first, then they translate into English. This takes time, and it makes speaking difficult. Instead, try thinking directly in English. Start with very simple sentences. When you wake up in the morning, you can think, I'm awake. It's a new day. I feel sleepy. When you eat breakfast, you can think, this coffee is hot. This food is delicious. I'm hungry. When you go outside, you can think, the weather is nice today. The street is busy. I need to go to work. Simple thoughts, simple words, simple English. And over time, your brain becomes faster. You stop translating. You start thinking naturally. Let's practice. Repeat after me. I can think in English. Now you repeat. Simple thoughts help me improve. Now you repeat. I practice English in my mind every day. Now you repeat. Excellent. The third habit is simple. Use your voice. Speak English every day, even if you are alone. Many people wait for the perfect moment. They think, I will speak when my English is better. But that moment never comes. The best time to speak English is now. You can speak to yourself. You can describe your day. You can talk about your plans. You can talk about your hobbies. For example, today I woke up at 7. I had coffee for breakfast. I worked all day. Tonight, I am listening to an English podcast. These sentences are simple, but they are real. And real English is powerful. The more you speak, the more confident you become. Remember, confidence comes from practice, not from perfection. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. I speak English every day. Now you repeat. Mistakes help me learn. Now you repeat. Every day I become more confident. Now you repeat. Wonderful. Now you know 3 simple habits. Listen every day, think in English, and speak every day. They are simple, they are practical, and they work. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be consistent. Small actions every day. That's how real progress happens. Let me tell you a story. This is the story of Sarah. Sarah is 28 years old. She lives in a small city. She works in an office. Every day, she is very busy. She wakes up early, she goes to work, she comes home late. And at the end of the day, she feels tired, very tired. But Sarah had a dream. She wanted to speak English. She wanted to understand English movies. She wanted to travel someday. And she wanted to feel confident when speaking English. The problem was simple. She did not have much time. Every morning, she said, I will study English tonight. But when night came, she was tired. Sometimes she watched television. Sometimes she scrolled on her phone. Sometimes she went to sleep early. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. And her English did not improve very much. One day, Sarah felt frustrated. She thought, maybe I am too busy. Maybe learning English is too difficult. Maybe I will never become fluent. Have you ever felt like that? Many learners do. Sarah felt discouraged. But then, something happened. One evening, she watched a video online. In the video, a teacher said something very simple. The teacher said, "You do not need hours every day. You only need consistency." Sarah listened carefully. The teacher continued, 15 minutes every day is better than 3 hours once a month. That sentence stayed in her mind. 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes. That sounded possible. The next morning, Sarah tried something new. While making breakfast, she listened to an English podcast. Not for 1 hour. Not for 30 minutes. Only 15 minutes. At first, she understood very little. Some words were easy. Some words were difficult. But she kept listening. The next day, she listened again. And the day after that, she listened again. Soon, listening became a habit. It became part of her morning routine, just like brushing her teeth. Just like drinking coffee. After 2 weeks, Sarah noticed something interesting. English sounded more familiar. She started recognizing words she had heard before. Simple words, common words, useful words. She felt happy. She felt motivated. So she decided to add one more habit. Every day, she practiced speaking for 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. She stood in front of a mirror and she talked about her day. At first, it felt strange. Very strange. She made many mistakes. Sometimes she forgot words. Sometimes she stopped in the middle of a sentence. But she continued. Every day. Little by little. One step at a time. One morning, she said, "Today, I have a meeting." The next day, she said, "Today, the weather is sunny." Another day, she said, "I want to learn new vocabulary." Simple sentences, but they were real sentences. And real practice creates real progress. After 1 month, Sarah noticed another change. She was thinking in English. Not all the time, but sometimes. When she walked to work, she thought, "The sky is beautiful today." When she drank coffee, she thought, "This coffee is very hot." When she sat at her desk, she thought, "I have a busy day ahead." For the first time, she was not translating everything. English was becoming more natural, and that felt amazing. A few months later, Sarah met a tourist in her city. The tourist looked confused. He needed help. Normally, Sarah would feel nervous. Normally, she would stay quiet. But this time was different. She took a deep breath. She smiled. And she spoke. The conversation was not perfect. She made mistakes. She spoke slowly. But she communicated. The tourist understood her, and she understood the tourist. For Sarah, it was a special moment. She felt proud, very proud. That evening, she went home with a big smile. She realized something important. Success did not come from studying all day. Success came from small daily habits. 15 minutes here, 5 minutes there. One podcast, one conversation, one simple sentence at a time. And today, Sarah still studies English. She still listens. She still speaks. She still learns new words. But now, she enjoys the process. She does not worry about being perfect. She focuses on improving, little by little, day by day, step by step. And that's why her English keeps getting better. Now think about your own life. Maybe you are busy, like Sarah. Maybe you work hard every day. Maybe you feel tired sometimes. But remember this. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need hours of study. You only need to begin. One small habit. One small step. One day at a time. Because small actions today can create big results tomorrow. Now it's your turn to speak. Yes, you. You have listened, you have learned, and now it's time to use your English. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about grammar. Just speak. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to practice. I will ask you some questions. After each question, pause the podcast and answer in English. You can use short answers. You can use long answers. Just do your best. Are you ready? Let's begin. Question number 1. What time do you usually wake up? Pause now and answer. Question number 2. What do you usually do in the morning? Pause now and answer. Question number 3. How do you practice English? Pause now and answer. Question number 4. What is difficult about learning English? Pause now and answer. Question number 5. Why do you want to improve your English? Pause now and answer. Excellent! Now let's do something a little different. I will give you sentence starters. You complete them with your own ideas. Ready? Let's go. Every morning, I want to improve my English because one thing I do every day is when I have free time, I feel happy when. Wonderful. If you spoke today, you should be proud of yourself. Every time you speak English, you become stronger. Every sentence matters. Every word matters. And every small effort matters. Before we finish today's episode, I want to leave you with one important message. Learning English is a journey, not a race. You do not need to be faster than other people. You do not need to compare yourself to anyone else. Your journey is your own. Some days will be easy. Some days will be difficult. Some days you will feel confident. Some days you will feel frustrated. And that's completely normal. What matters is that you continue, even when progress feels slow, even when you feel tired, even when you make mistakes. Because every day you practice, you are becoming better. Maybe not dramatically, maybe not overnight, but little by little, day by day, step by step. And one day, you will look back and realize how far you have come. You will understand more, you will speak more naturally, and you will feel more confident. So keep going, keep listening, keep speaking, keep believing in yourself, because you can do this, and you are already doing it. And that's the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for practicing with me. And thank you for spending your time improving your English. Remember, listen every day. Think in English and speak a little every day. Small habits create big results. I'm Alex, and this is Easy English Journey. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.